first thing we need to do is get the pronunciation right. It's craniosacral therapy. And I know it's hard. Morning, everybody. A few of you have had treatments with me already, so you've got a rough idea of what I do, although actually you haven't really, because you just laid down on the table and hopefully enjoyed the experience. As I say, it's not an easy word to pronounce, and actually lodging it in your brain is quite a difficult thing, I know, because I had the same problem when I first came across it. So the best way to remember it, the one little man here, is the cranium. That's the cranio bit. And the sacrum, which is the base of the spine, which is the sacral bit. So it's craniosacral therapy. So if you just remember that, and you get it right. Just to give you a bit of history, because not a lot of people actually know what craniosacral therapy is, and certainly don't know anything about its history. It was developed by an osteopath who was named Sutherland. It was actually developed in the early 1900s, so it's been around for a while. He realised at the time, contrary to popular belief, that the bones of the skull actually don't fuse. They do continue to move. So although it's only a very, very small amount of movement, it was believed they didn't move at all, and that was it. The skull was fused, but actually he proved that it actually did move, or the bones moved. The way he did this is he actually constructed a special kind of helmet, and using leather straps and bandages managed to strap his head up in lots of a variety of ways, and it actually prevented motion from occurring. Now he found that this actually did have an effect, and a lot of it wasn't actually good. Headaches, sickness, disorientation, and at one point he actually did go quite mad, and his wife had to unstrap him. So don't worry, I won't do that. But in the process, he actually discovered that certain positions that he strapped provided a great sense of relief. So he realised that while working in a certain way, it could actually help. So it's continued to be developed throughout the years by different people to become what it is today, craniosacral therapy. So basically, for those who don't know, it's a light touch therapy. It works with the whole body and with the source of pain and dysfunction. So if you come along with a sore back, I'm working with that area, trying to relieve the aches and pains of the back, but also it's working with the body as a whole in order to provide balance. For the most part, our bodies actually do an amazing job, and they are amazing, and I just think this is amazing, even though people say, oh, it's a bit creepy. This is inside of us, and this, carries on working without any help from us, and generally it does a good job. And it works around the stresses and strains, because at the end of the day, life can be traumatic. And also, there's other things as well, illness, emotional upset. It all has an effect on the body, even if we don't realise it at the time. An example, actually, is if you fell down the stairs as a child, generally children do recover quite quickly from accidents. The body might work around the pain and stiffness, and what it could possibly do is tuck the tailbone in slightly in order to compensate for the problem. Now that worked fine, but actually that can cause strain on the whole of the spine. So this could actually work temporarily, but this, as I say, puts some strain on the spine. So when the body can no longer work around it, and it's holding too much trauma, because as we go through life, we do get trauma, that's when the body can start to feel the pain and discomfort. So you could have fallen down the stairs as a child, the body's compensated. Later on in life, you start getting problems with that area, or even somewhere else in your body. Don't necessarily relate it back, but it could actually be directly related to that fall. So this is where craniosacral therapy comes in. Basically, I'll put my hands onto the body and physically support and energetically support whatever corrections are needed. I'm trained to monitor any changes that are going in the body, so these hands have been trained. I'm monitoring your body. I'm not actually changing anything. So it's just allowing your body to make its own decisions about what it wants to do. Because our bodies heal themselves, we know that, don't we? So I'm just assisting you to heal yourself. That's the principal difference between what I do, craniosacral therapy, and a lot of other bodywork modalities, where there'll be a sort of assisting the body to get to a place where it needs to go. I'm just there holding your space, allowing your body to do what it needs to do. When a craniosacral therapist places their hands on you, it's as if we're listening in the same way as a counsellor might listen to words. I'm listening to your body. So your body tells me the story. Sometimes of just a small part of your life, sometimes I get the whole story in one go. Following is a quote, actually, from a craniosacral therapist, which I think sums it up nicely, really. With today's fast pace of life, it's true to say that most of us never fully relax and recharge our batteries. The value of doing this is so very important for both our physical and emotional well-being. Whilst we are in a deeply relaxed state, the body has its best opportunity to repair.